This is your 2014 fantasy football quarterback preview, if I may. So, start from the top of the list. In my opinion, the number one fantasy quarterback this year will be Drew Brees. The reason I say that is because the guy is automatic 5,000 yards passing, and he throws a lot of touchdowns. It's automatic. Number two is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is scary when he's healthy for a full season. He's gonna throw the ball a ton, and he's gonna do it very effectively. He's a monster. Now that's gonna surprise you because I haven't said Peyton Manning yet. Peyton Manning I have at number 3 because of two things. Last year he broke records. He was ridiculous all year. He carried people to fantasy championships single-handedly. First of all, it's hard to duplicate for anybody that's human. Second of all, he has a very tough schedule this year. He plays the Seattle Seahawks and 49ers defense, that whole division, which is all good defenses. So his schedule's tough this year, and so that's why I have him at number 3. Moving on, I have Romo at number 4. I think Romo's going to have a huge year, partially because his defense is horrible. So he's going to be in shootouts where he has to keep up on offense, and he will. He's going to have a great year. I have Cutler at 5. That's going to surprise you. It's pretty high, right? Well, you'll see why. Cutler looks great in camp. He's healthy. He has the best receiver duo in the league, and he has I don't like Martellus Bennett, but he's a good tight end, and Matt Forte can catch the ball out of the backfield. So he has tons of weapons, and he can sling it. So I have him pretty high. Matt Ryan is going to have a bounce back year. I have him at number 6. He has Julio and Roddy both healthy, and so that's pretty automatic in itself. I have Brady at number 7. Brady is Brady. He's not an elite quarterback anymore, in my opinion, but he's still very good. I have Nick Foles at number 8. He threw 27 and 6 last year. Not going to do that again, but still a very good quarterback. Philip Rivers at 9. Philip Rivers had a very good year last year. He'll continue this year. That wasn't a fluke. Matt Stafford at number 10. He's inconsistent, but he has weapons all over the place, and so he'll put up some stats. He's going to throw for a lot of yards. Andrew Luck at number 11. He's a dual threat quarterback, very good quarterback. He can easily go up a few notches, but I think around 10 is where he'll land. Kaepernick at 12. Kaepernick was just given a whole bunch of money by the Niners for a reason. They believe in him. They think he can throw, he can run. He's a leader. He'll stay healthy, and so I think he'll make good on that investment this year. Number 13 I have is Russell Wilson, another dual threat quarterback. He manages the game, doesn't turn the ball over, runs, rushing touchdowns, good enough for fantasy. Number 14, Cam Newton. Cam Newton needs to show us a lot. He's going to show us this year if he can produce with no receivers, which Peyton Manning can. Can Cam? Yeah, we'll see. And 15th is RG3. RG3, I don't trust him to stay healthy. He was getting hit in the preseason against the Browns, so obviously he hasn't learned his lesson about avoiding hits, so I don't trust him to stay healthy. Sorry for you if you're an RG3 fan. Number 16, rounding out the bottom, I have 16, 17, 18, and 19 as Andy Dalton, Castle, McCown, and Alex Smith. Dalton, he's inconsistent, can't win in the playoffs, but he has a lot of weapons and he throws for a decent amount of yards, and so he's decent as a backup fantasy quarterback. Castle, there's a reason that he started over Bridgewater. It's because Norv Turner has a man crush on him, and he's not a bad quarterback. Is he a starter in fantasy? Absolutely not. But, not a bad backup and definitely worth a bye week. McCown had a very good year for the Bears last year, and now he's starting for the Bucks. He has nice weapons around him. Vincent Jackson, Mike Evans, Doug Martin out of the backfield, so he should have a pretty solid year. Then Alex Smith, he's a game manager, but you can get lucky and play him on a bye week, and he'll throw 3 touchdowns or run for another one. So that's worth looking at. The sleepers I have for quarterbacks are Johnny Manziel, because he'll start eventually. Bridgewater, copy and paste. Derek Carr is starting in week 1, which James Jones called Derek Carr Baby A-Rod, because he's that cool in the pocket. So we'll see how impressive he is once the season starts. Blake Bortles, same thing, he'll start eventually. And last but not least, E.J. Manuel. E.J. Manuel needs to take the next step for the Bills to succeed. I'm not really a believer in him because he hasn't made me one. But if he does, he has the weapons. He has, 2 good running backs, Watkins, Robert Woods, some other guys to throw to. So will he take the next step? We'll see. But if he does, he'd be a nice fantasy pickup. All right, moving on to running backs.